Should be back now. Okay. Last time we finally finished in the marsh. Can't get any of the items here yet. Blue turnip took like 15 minutes to find. Ooh, panther top, that's good. Looks like that's going on Dunban. And there was one other thing I forgot last time. I'm actually not going to be doing a lot of side quests starting off. But I want to make sure to turn in this one. He's not here.
Hello?
And now he's got something new. What did Charla just learn? Aura bullet, that one sucks. Extends aura duration, not worth taking up one of her slots for. So this one, we need to go chuck it into a waterfall in Magma Forest. Which is actually somewhere we're going to be passing by, which is why I wanted to do this now. Upper trachea. Normally this is where I'd say I'm not a biologist, and the Bionis is hardly anatomically accurate, but I am a biologist, so I'll mention that it is very anatomically inaccurate. But it's a fictional giant titan, so who cares?
Face Nemesis. Your frame is complete. All that remains is the soul transfer. That damage. Does a weapon exist that can melt face armor? How?
Lady Vinaya, Master Egil wishes to see you.
Understood. Tell him I will see him when this face is complete.
Acknowledged.
I have fulfilled my duty. You and only you can bring about a new age on Maconis. No, the entire world. My mistress, Lady Mayneth.
I forgot that was a chapter break. As I said, those aren't in the original. And now I think is a good time to go into expert mode. So I want to bring everyone down to about level 30. I might have a new skill somewhere. Charlotte and Shulk are almost done their skill trees. Good. I don't know if I've mentioned it, but once you've learned those skills, they're always equipped, so you don't have to have one tree and you only get those 5 skills. And once you've learned it, it's added on forever. None of the skills are like stupid trade-offs or anything, so none of them will actively make you worse.
Lady Melia, withdraw to the Nopon village and let us handle this beast.
No, Isel! Do you really expect me to leave you, run away and save myself?
Permit us this once, Lady Melia. It is our honor and our duty to protect you with our lives. Do not fear for us. Flee.
I will not. I cannot return to the capital with this monster still standing. Bestow the light of your life unto me!
Who turned up the heat?
I've never seen such a dense forest.
Me neither. How much further?
This must be the back of the Bionis. If Shulk's vision is right, we've still got a long way to go.
You mean go on in this heat? I'm sweatier than a brog's armpit.
We'll have to search for the best route. Sadly, until we find a way, we'll have to put up with Rhyme's stench.
Charlotte?
We must be outside the tower.
Welcome, true heir to the Monado.
Father!
Weak and pathetic.
What or who are you? You will pay for what you've done! You will know the pain and suffering you caused the Emperor and Fiora! A silver-faced Mechon. And who was that girl? These visions show me people and places I'd never seen. If only I could find out what they mean. We could use them to our advantage.
Look over there! A rope bridge. It looks Hom's made.
Not Homs, Nopon. Though a lot of them have settled in our colonies, the Nopon are originally native to Machna Forest.
Do you think they'd know the way to the Bionis head?
I can't say. But walking around in circles isn't going to achieve anything. Our best bet is to look for their village.
Cutscene, but here we are in Magna Forest now. If you look up, you can see that there's actually some kind of ocean floating in the sky above us, which is why this area is so tropical. It's humid, you know, you get it. On over here and the Agni tablet. Gonna need 8 of those things apparently. I remember when I first played this, I was constantly looking around for some way to make this open up like a door, and it never did. It's just a big stone, nothing important about it. Pick these up, mark some monsters along the way. I don't think I want to buy too much stuff from this guy, because memory serves, there's another store coming up that's much better. Yeah, these Magna tops, I think there's something better than them in the next town over. And they also don't have slots. These do though, so I'm gonna get 2 of them. Shulk already doesn't have a slot there, let's get him one. That looks pretty stupid as well. Yeah, I'm not fond of tribal looks. Tribal punk or whatever it is they call it. That's what everybody calls Tears of the Kingdom's look. Yeah, I really don't like these. Let's equip something a little cooler. That's the same damn thing. Not the hat. The hat doesn't matter in this case. That's not too bad. I'm gonna equip the Colony 6 era stuff on Charla, because I think that's a special costume that only she has. Dunban I'm gonna change mostly back to his original outfit. Although this one's pretty cool on him. Oh, this is actually kind of an upgrade. give Shulk his entire regular outfit back for now. Let's give Charlotte a skin for Gatto's rifle at least. Those Magma bottoms are actually good on Dunban. But I'm not gonna buy them because I think there's something better coming up. You might argue that the tribal look is fitting for like a tropical forest, but I just am not fond of it. Got all those basic enemy killing quests picked up. Work on them on the way. Quite the view of those waterfalls over there. Can't actually get on top of them or anything. You can swim all the way to the bottom. This isn't quite one of those true open world games where you can go up to the top of every mountain or anything, but it's got a lot of open space to run around in. It also allows it to be a little better designed. Not much dead, wasted space in Xenoblade. Usually you need at least every little bit of the map gets used for some side quest or some such. These Ferris things look completely different in the other Xenoblade games. Is Dunban up to... oh, he's not too high on Shulk, actually. He got green with Ryan. That's weird. Level 96 enemy up there. I think that's the strongest we've seen yet. From a regular guy? That cancelled out Blossom Dance, didn't it? Lame.
Could you teach me how to use a rifle sometime? So that's how it is. Given up the sword already? No, that's not it at all.
Oh, let him have a go, Dunban.
Machna shoes. No good. Maybe I leveled myself down a bit too far. Shit, a Tempest kicked in there. This thing's gonna drop dead the second after this vision ends.
Looks like we managed to survive. Nice job.
Okay, let's get going.
Another extremely strong guy flying around, but that one's completely non-aggressive. There is a unique one flying around somewhere in this area. I don't remember where. But Satoral Marsh only had like 2 unique enemies flying around, but the 2 really strong ones. This place has a bunch of them. I don't think there's anything I need over here, actually. We're up to level 3 ether crystals, starting with Magna Forest, though, so I want to see if there's any... Yes, there they are. It's gonna be at level 3 ether crystals for a very long time now. Red item orb over there. Ancient document. I think I know what that's for. I think it's for later. It's definitely important. I see fire crystals down there. I want them. I feel like that guy's for a quest later. This big old frog, hope he doesn't turn to the side. That's for later, we can't even get up there yet. Music here is really nice at night, if you ask me. One of the more underrated tracks in this. Dunban's breakup just isn't all that reliable. Fight him away from those lion guys. Yeah, they're gonna see me. think there's enough of those guys there to finish that quest yet. Which is a shame. These dingus AIs are almost certainly going to fall off the edge. There goes Charlotte. Well, at least it's Charlotte. She's got range. Tempest kick. Resisted it again. Crap.
It's my fault.
Doing that, I'll just fall off again. These A-piece things, they seem familiar. Probably have an item for a quest. All of a sudden, a bunch of sound effects just cut in. Weird. This divine sanctuary. And we'll go and get that finished later on. I don't want to stop too much. So actually, Probably only been at this for, what, 20, 30 minutes? Basically, I just don't want to dawdle and do a ton of side quests right now. There's a very story-focused part of the game coming up. I want to save the side quests for later. Have I gotten any rows done in that? Yep. Not very good, but it's something. Giant frogs over there.
Over there.
Hey, are you okay? You.
Shulk, what's wrong? Another vision?
Kind of. I'm not sure. But first, she needs help.
You're right. Let's look for somewhere safe.
There. I see a clearing under a giant tree. We can easily watch for anything approaching.
Okay. I'll carry her.
She hasn't sustained any serious injuries, but her condition is far from stable.
Do you know what's wrong with her?
Her symptoms suggest ether deficiency. It's well known that Homs are strongly affected by ether levels in the environment. But I've never seen symptoms like this before. A sudden drop in ether content in the surrounding atmosphere causes a reaction. Symptoms range from fatigue to nausea. But in this girl's case...
What can we do?
We're gonna need water-type ether crystals. I'll load the crystals into a cartridge to shoot from my rifle.
Eh? You're gonna shoot her?
No, silly. I'll fire them into the air and the dispersed ether will heal her.
That's what I thought.
But the problem is the crystals. We can't just use any old crystal. They must be as pure as possible. This area must have a water source nearby. We should search there first.
I spotted a waterfall a little way back. What do you think, Charlotte? Would a waterfall produce pure crystals?
I can't think of a better place.
Then it's decided. I'll search for the crystals.
Hey, you're not going on your own.
I'll be okay. I need you to look after the group. We're short on water too, so I'll fill up our flasks.
Hey, good idea. Take care, man.
It's not going to let us go back this way. We are stuck playing as Shulk here, so it's probably best not to get into fights alone as him. Back at the waterfall over this way. actually gonna save right here, because I don't remember. I'm gonna look something up real quick. Sorry, I'll be back in just a second. Okay, I was right. This is gonna trivialize the next boss fight, but I'm gonna crank Shulk up to his max level here. There's gonna be a couple cutscenes immediately afterwards. A new party member is gonna join. And I want them to match Shulk's level rather than being a bit lower like Charla and Dunban were because of the expert mode thing. A single water crystal there, and this is the one for the quest.
Huh? Who are you?
Hello there.
Hello.
How unusual. It is quite rare to see a Homs in this region. I suppose you're wondering why I am here in that case. Then permit me to introduce myself. My name is Alvis.
Alvis? My name's...
It's Shulk. Isn't it?
How did you know that?
Wielder of the Monado, defender of Colony 9, the hero that has every mechon running. You're famous amongst all Homs.
I know you from somewhere.
They're here.
Huh?
The Monado emits a particular ether wavelength in its ground state. It must have drawn them.
Huh? Oh! What are they? Albert, get out of the way! I'll deal with this myself. From the left? Then I'll go. Huh? Oh. before it struck. How can it...
It is a Telethia.
Telethia?
They can read your mind. Whether you have a vision or not, if they know your next move, it's all in vain.
You know about my visions? How could you possibly...
There is only one way. Stop it in its tracks, then dull its perception.
No, Albus, stop! You don't know how to... Huh? A new symbol? Ha! That was... amazing.
I suggest you stop staring. The sword is yours to wield.
What was that light?
The Monado does not control itself. You control it.
I control it. By the light of the Monado. I will stop them.
Alright, Albus is actually playable. Well, not really. He's like Dixon, you can't play as him. Can't change his equipment either, but he has the same unbeatable effect. Weirdly enough, he has this generic sword that looks just like Shulk's from Colony 9. That art that he just learned... Oh, it's not in here yet. Oh well. Albus is a pretty basic attacker. He's just here to make sure that Shulk doesn't get killed if you're under-leveled or something. Do you think you recognize this guy's voice? His actor is in basically all of the Dark Souls games. It's very distinct too, so... These things gimmick here. They've got a move called Soul Read. It makes you always miss. Use Monado Purge to get rid of it. That thing clears debuffs. Well, it clears buffs, not debuffs. Hugely overleveled for this fight, but it's not supposed to be a hard fight anyway. It's just here to introduce Monado Purge, the Telethia, and most importantly, Albus. I can't get a chain attack here. I'd like to show... Probably not. Albus just only has two arts, Cross Ray and Lost Ray. He has the same ones in Xenoblade 3. They're just basic physical attacks.
Well, you see now, Shulk?
Thank you. Hey, wait a second. More importantly, where on Bionis did you learn to use the Monado?
They were not the primary Telethia. Merely its spawn. The primary Telethia dwells elsewhere in Machna Forest. Is it wounded? I see. The Telethia is hurt and lies in rest, wounded by a girl.
A girl?
The Monado is a divine sword capable of disturbing the very fabric of existence. of both the material and the immaterial.
Alvis, how do you know so much about the Monado? Who are you?
Shulk! Shulk!
Huh? That's Rhine. I'm over here!
Shulk, we looked all over for you. Thought you'd been eaten by the forest.
Sorry, Rhine. I got attacked by Telethia. If it hadn't been for Alvis, I wouldn't have survived.
Alvis? Who's that?
I'll introduce you. He's the one that... Alvis? But he was...
There's no one here.
I'm telling you, he was right here. He even taught me how to unlock a new power from the Monado.
Just you and me, Shulk. Ain't no one else around. You probably passed out from dehydration and dreamt this guy up. Come on. Wait till the others hear this.
He was here, Rhine. I didn't dream it. I'm not lying.
Okay, okay. I believe you. And while you were having fun with your imaginary friend, did you find any ether crystals?
Yes. Good quality ones, too.
Perfect. Come on. We should hurry them back to Shala. Hang around here long enough and we'll get whacked by an imaginary beast.
I'm not lying. Alvis, who are you?
An enemy that renders your visions useless. This forest holds many surprises, not least creatures we've never seen before. And now we know there is another who can use the Monado.
Yeah.
I can't wait to meet him.
So you weren't just having a sneaky nap then?
No!
I'm just saying. You and Dunban are the only ones I know that can wield the Monado. How would this guy know how?
Okay, locked and loaded. Everyone, stand back.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Yeah, she's coming round. All thanks to our medic.
Are you okay?
Where am I?
Everything's fine. You're gonna be...
Get your hands off me!
Ah! Hey, watch it!
Forgive me. I did not mean to...
Sorry if we surprised you.
Are you the ones who helped me?
Well, something like that.
Excuse me. My name is Melia. Forgive my indiscretion. I have not had the pleasure of coming into contact with the male Homs.
Coming into contact?
Hey, Shulk, you're creeping this lady out.
Shut up, Rhine.
This large one is far worse.
Me?
Melia, is it? How did you get here then? What, is there no one with you? I must apologize, but my situation does not concern you. And I shall not be divulging anything to common passers-by.
Duly noted, your ladyship. But if I were to be so bold, I'm guessing that you didn't come here alone. And you weren't just taking an afternoon nap.
And what, may I ask, are you doing here? It is rare to see Homs venture this deep into Machna Forest.
We're traveling to the head of the Bionis. We've got a long journey ahead of us.
The head of the Bionis?
We were just figuring out how to get there when we found you.
I see. Then permit me to return the favor by aiding you in your quest.
Really?
There is only one path to the head of the Bionis. It is the path that leads to Erith Sea.
So, this Erith Sea is at the head of the Bionis?
If you would be kind enough to escort me out of the forest, I will show you the way.
You do that? Thank you, Melia. I'm Shulk. Pleased to meet you.
Shulk? Ah, yes. Likewise.
She's a bit high and mighty. But she's a Homs too, right? Why is she here alone?
Ain't got a clue. Ask her yourself. I'm not good with her posh accent.
We shall travel to the Nopon village.
Nopon village? That's where we've been heading. We reckon it's our best chance of making it to the top.
Since inhabiting the region, the Nopon have been a great help. You can travel to Erith Sea from their village.
It's settled. We'll make our way to the Nopon village.
Very well. The Nopon inhabit a giant tree. If we follow this trail, we will be safe.
Alright, long cutscene there, but Melee is playable now. This I will get to. Actually, we'll go through it now. Monsters have spike abilities from here on out. Basically, these are just flat counter attacks. 3 different kinds. One will counter every time you auto attack. One will do the same, but only when toppled, and one is around themselves in a radius and is on a timer. An auto purge gets rid of spikes for a little while. That's why it's so important. A lot to talk about here. Finally have a name to the voice in Shulk's head with Alvis. He's one of my favorite characters. One thing I'll say about him right off the bat is pay attention to how he speaks. What level is Melia? 31, so it's not dependent on the level of the other characters. I'll go ahead and set everyone to 31. Alvis is going to be a recurring character from here on out. He's one of my favorites, as one of the best voice acting performances in the game, too. This is what I was saving up the AP for. Get that to max level as soon as possible. Backslash. Air slash. Slit edge. ITL. Put the rest in a shadow eye. And 1 or 2 in a battle soul. That one will come in handy later. Usually Spirit Breath is the one I keep undone, man. I'm gonna level this up a little bit, because it'll stay on him for a while. Ryan has not learned the art that I want on him. More damage from the sword drive, and Melia. Melia is a little bit special. Level this summon bolt up all the way first. The rest of these I'm not as fond of. Alright, well, enough about Alvis. Time to talk about our new protagonist, Melia. Yeah, from here on out, she's going to be the focus of the story for quite a while. Mechon and Monado are all going to get kind of sidelined for the next couple of areas, and we're going to be focusing on this character for the time being. Whether or not that's a good or bad thing, I will let people decide on their own. HP received from healing arts. Greatly increases ether is good on her. Boosts electric damage is good as well. I think I'm gonna switch her over to this and get that right away. Shulk has that one that... No, it's Charla. That I want on Melia soon, but she needs level 3 for it. You can't change Melia's hat. I wonder why. On her weapon, I want that electric +3 that I know I have in here somewhere. She doesn't have weapon slots. Whoops. Everything else is gonna be ether up. Getting a bit ahead of myself here. Melia is the mage. She's also gonna take EXP up 1 because she's behind. Yeah, that'll do. These guys are needed for a quest. Looks like a good time to try out Melia. Melia is the hardest character to understand in this game. Basically, she's a mage. Any of these blue orbs will summon an elemental orb above her head. These elemental orbs will give buffs to anyone standing close to her. She can have 3 orbs at once. Dunban can wake me up. This one will put another orb above her. And her talent art will cause the orbs to shoot out and hit the enemy for damage. And I forgot to check if any of the equipment we have is better than what Melia already has. Not really, no. Nope. Melia actually can't equip medium equipment just yet. She'd need to link that with somebody. I'll come back for him later. Actually just kind of want to hightail it to the next area here. Flame will make Dunban and Ryan stronger. Bolts ether up so it's less important. That one can just be fired off. But if you manage to have 2 bolts up at once, keeps the ether up on Melia and makes her other spells do more damage.
I can see this isn't pushing you at all. Let's not lose our heads though.
These guys are all targets. Oh, and they're actually sight type. I thought these guys were passive. Once Melia's talent gauge fills up, she enters this thing called Burst Mode. Her stats go up and she can use a couple arts that normally aren't available. First end is defense down. The other ones, Hypnosis and Shadow Stitch, just inflict debuffs. The Bind one isn't too helpful. Just means the enemy can't move for a little bit. Hypnosis is exactly the same as Charlotte's Tranquilize. Even Melia's heard of Dunban. She can use her talent art in chain attacks not as many times as she wants, but as many times as orbs she has. Nope. Meaning Melia is by far the best character for chain attacks. Dunban and Shortkin. Change the party out often to make sure everybody's getting affinity with each other. So that way you can see things like more heart-to-hearts, more skill links, etc.
A vision.
What the? And that is why you don't want enemies attacking Melia ever. She's even squishier than Shulk is. But I wanted to go back here. Sparkling Pool is a secret area. For Melia and Charla once they're at green. I don't want to fight those two guys. Get them stuck in that corner and run around. A lot of enemies will just attack on sight around here. Lure the sky away. I think one of these things is a unique monster, but I don't remember which. Topple them whenever you want, Dunban.
Do not hesitate, Shulk. Feel darkness like midnight.
Hypnosis immediately changes the future, remember?
But we mustn't be careless.
A little more cash for that. Don't want to deal with those guys either. Because we have more important things to deal with. Meaning I'm probably going to be here a lot longer than usual today. Upon never lie, huh? You'd have to go through all of those guys if you wanted to stay on the ground level.
Yes, no.
Tier village just up ahead. Akit Mammoth. Oh, that's a giant dinosaur guy. Not aggressive, though.
Yes, no.
Uh-huh. Village is a secret, huh?
This is the entrance to Frontier Village.
So this big tree is where the Nopon live.
Bird Lady! Welcome back, Bird Lady!
I wish to speak with the village chief. Will you permit us to enter?
My pleasure, my pleasure.
I shall take you to the village chief. Follow me.
Hum here! Hum here! Hum who? Hum who?
Hum hum everywhere. Me want touch hum hum.
Me want nibble hum hum.
Hum hum taste pih.
Hum hum scary. Oh.
Nopon of Frontier Village. Melia Antigua has returned. I request an audience with your chief. Chief, will you hear my request?
Melia here.
Bird Lady here.
Melia back. Bird Lady back.
Bird Lady?
My dear Melia, it's good to see you again so soon. And you look so well. And what of your men?
They are at one with the Bionis. They sacrificed their lives so that I might escape. But this is not my reason for coming. These Homs need your help. Will you be so kind as to listen to their request?
What could a hum-hum need of me?
They require safe passage to Erith Sea.
I see no reason to deny them. And Melia, what of you?
I have unfinished business in this region. Once these Homs are safely on their way, I shall be on mine as well. That girl. Something's troubling her.
We found her half dead and all alone. But I don't suppose she'll tell us the reason anytime soon.
Maybe we can help. I'll go and talk to her.
Melia's gone for a little while. I'm not going to bother picking up any quests just yet. This is the biggest town in the game by far. And also, I was about to say all the shops here are closed, but I guess not. I thought they were. It's pretty easy to get all of Frontier Village mapped out, so I'm gonna do that now. Maybe we'll run into that guy that we needed to deliver the thing to. Ricky's house, haven't met him yet. Archaeology Center. Wouldn't think Nopon would have archaeology centers, but what do you know? It was the first time we heard Nopon talk in that little cutscene. They don't talk nearly as much in this one as they do in the later ones. So if you find them annoying, they're mostly avoidable in this one. I don't find them annoying though, I kinda like them. A fun way of talking, mostly, although their voices get kinda grating in the newer ones, they're fine here.
Melia, you're welcome to come with us. Is it true? Were you alone in the forest?
That thing must be stopped by my hand. This is my pledge to those that have died.
Is it wounded? I see. The Telethia is hurt and lies in rest, wounded by a girl.
Wounded by a girl? You don't mean you're going to fight the Telethia?
How do you know of the Telethia?
When I went to collect the ether crystals, some Telethia attacked me. I managed to destroy them and get away.
You defeated Telethia? Who are you? The Monado. So that sword can...
To tell the truth, they were the Telethia spawn. Someone told me the primary Telethia is healing somewhere in the forest. It was you, wasn't it? You hurt the Telethia.
It...
Melia...
The Telethia escaped from our homeland, and I am tasked with killing it. It cannot remain free. For the sake of my people and the Nopon, it must be stopped.
Melia, we can help you defeat it if you like.
Out of pity?
No.
Why then?
It's just... I want...
Speak, Shulk, or I shall be forced to summon the Nopon chief to interpret for me.
What does that mean?
I would like to help.
What could you possibly gain from aiding me?
I saw it. At the top of a black tower, you and I were fighting together. Fighting that faced Mekon. I also saw you fighting a huge Telethia.
It threw me the first time and all.
Forgive me, Shulk, but what are you talking about?
Shulk can see visions of the future.
See the future? And you expect me to believe this rubbish?
Believe what you want, lady. Same as I tell all the non-believers.
That'll be me then.
Oh yeah! In any case, the only reason we got this far was because of Shulk's visions. If Shulk says he saw you in a vision, then you must be important to whatever happens next. And if you're tough enough to fight a face Mekon, you're all right in my book.
You've got my vote. A lady should not go unaccompanied onto the battlefield.
Excuse me? I am quite capable of dispatching the beast alone. I require no assistance of any kind.
My dear, I apologize, but I could not help overhearing. Their offer sounds quite reasonable. The danger extends much further than our small dwelling. Makna itself is at risk, and we shall provide you with the finest warrior of our clan.
Chief Dunga,
No need for thanks. He is the equal, if not better, of the Hom-Hom.
You do know we're listening?
The chosen Nopon hero will await you below. I shall go ahead and prepare him. Please, excuse me.
A Nopon hero? Now this I have to see.
Don't be like that. Let's meet him first.
Ellie is back, and it looks like we're getting drawn into a bit of a new scenario here. I always thought that Telethia, from that first cutscene where Alvis sent the one after Metalface, were gonna be kind of like allies almost, but from here on out they're exclusively bad guys. Mostly. Can I fast travel? Yeah, let's just fast travel back to the entrance.
May I introduce Hereupon Ricky!
Watch out!
Get off me! To you!
Right in the... Take this, bubble!
Hereupon, chop chop. Hereupon, go forth. Hereupon, get up. Hereupon, make no one proud.
I introduce to you this year's legendary Hereupon, Ricky!
New hum friends, meet this year's legendary Hereupon Ricky. Ricky live to serve.
A hero pond, you say? Not sure where you'll come in handy, but the more the merrier. Sure. Are these Telethia as strong as they sound?
Yes. They're quick as lightning and can read your mind.
A mind-reading giant bird? No problem.
I can see their movement through the Monado, but even that's not enough to get the better of them.
And we're going up against the daddy version. No one blink for a second.
Okay.
Eyes wide open.
And don't forget that Melia is our only chance of making it to Aerith Sea. If anything happens to our guide, it's on our heads. The Telethia is our target, but don't forget about the person standing next to you.
Dunbound's right.
I am in your debt. My weaknesses are all too apparent.
No worries, Melia.
Ricky has been informed of the Dino Beast, what you refer to as the Telethia. Be safe, my hum friends.
Ricky's friends, listen to Ricky. Dino Beast is big and scary. Friends, get ready. Friends, help Ricky get ready.
You want us to get equipment for you?
Ricky's friend, right? Hum clever. Friends meet Ricky when ready. Then, friends and Ricky leave together.
Big attitude for a furry footrest.
Dino Beast is big and scary.
Great. That'll come in handy.
Is it just me, or did we suddenly become Nopon mercenaries?
And we gotta get stuff for Ricky before he'll come along. Man, we got the mystery man, the pretentious lady, and the comedy relief furry sidekick all in one little go here, scratching all the JRPG tropes off the list. Saber gloves for Ricky. And next one. In case you're wondering, that's about the closest to a comedy scene that this game ever has. This game takes itself a lot more seriously than X and 2 do. Not that 2 doesn't take itself seriously or anything, but it kind of stops to make jokes a bit too much, and it messes with the tone. A lot of people don't like that about it.
Ready to go! Come, new friends! Ricky's adventure begins!
Ricky, you do know where the Telethia is, don't you?
Of course Ricky know. Melly, Ricky hear you hurt Dino Beast.
I did, but only a little.
When Dino Beast hurt, Ricky know it go to place with Aether crystals. Friends and Ricky go to place with crystals. Then we find Dino Beast. Chief, tell Ricky. Chief always right.
So you do know a thing or two about this monster. Guess we'll be searching for some Aether crystals then.
Ricky, why are you the Heropon?
Why? Because Chief Dunga choose Ricky.
He chose you. So you weren't chosen from birth?
Friend wrong. Chief choose by instinct.
By instinct?
Why friend surprised? Chief have sharp instinct. Chief be village seer.
So that's how you became the Heropon. Can't argue with that.
But he is kind of compact for a warrior hero.
Oh, Ricky owe lots of monies to village. If Ricky defeat Dino Beast, village promise to forget my debts. So Ricky like being Heropon.
And Ricky is playable now. And that's his reason for coming along. He's in it for the money because he owes people debts of some kind. Might as well put that new equipment for him we got on. It's not equipped by default. This warrior naturally is an upgrade in every way to the thing he had before. Ricky is a bit odd. He's a jack-of-all-trades character. Give him some strength, ether, agility, anything's good on Ricky. I forgot to put his gloves on. Ricky's the only character who can equip these. Which is a shame, because they're better on Charla than him. Not gonna bother putting them on though. Wonder why they don't just start him out with those 2 pieces of equipment. Kinda makes his original weapon there pretty pointless when he's got this one immediately afterwards. Anyway, now that we've got both Melia and Ricky in the party, this is where it's time to stop and do more side quests. Because the Telethia is pretty high leveled. Magna Cap, no good. Alpal Gear, could be good on Charlotte, but I think I already have one. Yeah. These Twin Shri vests I think are good on just about everyone. Ricky, Shulk, Melia, Charla, they all get one. And we're gonna get them for Ryan too. Agility up 3 isn't bad, but we're out of money. These are all Ricky arts. Speaking of him, let's see what he has. Play dead. That one makes him drop to the ground, and enemies will ignore him. Not fond of this one, so we're gonna take that off. You can do it is one of the only direct healing arts in the game. Happy Happy fills up the party gauge a little bit. Lurgy is poison, Bitey Bitey, bleed. Sneaky is a simple back attack. Roly Poly is kinda goofy. It can inflict either bind or it sometimes forces topple, but usually messes up and does bind, so we're going to put on Freezenate instead. Ricky's skills are all kind of odd. Like, these ones all increase attack during the day. This one's movement speed up. Items sell for higher prices. That one changed his talent art up a bit. His main talent art is called Yoink, which is hilarious. Just a basic stealing art that also does a little bit of damage. Doesn't always steal items either. He can steal experience points. He can steal buffs. Basically, he can steal anything with it. Let's get all that better equipment on. For whatever reason, Ricky's Nop on top is pretty much totally unique. Not much of his other equipment will look like that. Ricky's pants change the little loopy thing on his back. Change Ryan out of those pants. This looks kind of goofy, but... this Empress stuff kind of needs to go soon. It's getting pretty outdated. A lot of physical defense, though. Still has Dynastar on. Nothing better for him. Luckily, the Twin Tree equipment is just kind of standard looking. So we can change that around without it looking too goofy. You can take that AP up. I think you can take Ether up. Strength up. And HP up. Give him a little bit of everything. He is a jack of all trades after all. And Charlotte can take agility and HP. Nice to actually have some gem slots now. Actually, I want that initial tension 3 on Ricky. And Melia can have the other ether up. I'm going to take off most of the fashion gear now. Except for Dunban's, because I think he's still wearing the tribal stuff. Let's see if I can give Ryan a full suit of armor here. Not really. He can stay with the goofy blue pants. Before I forget about it again, go back to Colony 6 and turn in that quest where we had to throw the mushroom hat. It's interesting how you get Melia and Ricky so close together. I've heard rumors that Machna Forest was originally supposed to be focused on Ricky, and then Melia would have been in a different area that got cut from the final game, but I don't know how true that is, and I feel like the developers have said that wasn't the case. Good on Ricky. Shulk already has it. Bad, 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 bad. I guess Ricky gets it. I don't remember what Ricky's shoes change on him. Probably nothing. The pants is his little backpack. Shirt is like his little shorts there. What level 3 gems have I gotten? To make a strength up 3.
Thanks a lot.
Not quite good enough to make it hit level 4.
I'm all over that.
It's gonna make a level 4 aerial cloak, isn't it? Nope. Unban can take that agility up 3, Shulk can take the strength. And another agility on Ricky, because why not? Anything's good on him. How long have I been at this for? Quite a while, but I guess there's enough time to do a couple more things. Back to Frontier Village. Gonna go through here, grab up all of the basic enemy killing quests. He's a real person.
Oh, fine.
It's a unique monster quest. I don't think I ever went to the weapon shop here. Sucks. 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 Not too bad, but I think I'll stick with what she has. Some good art books here. I don't have the money for them, I'll get them later. That guy, I think, is a real guy. This one, I think, is not. Ricky's house right there. That guy's got a quest now. A lot of times you need to talk to other damned NPCs before they'll have quests for you. Actually, not a lot of those just monster killing ones around here. This is actually a real one. This is basically just a collection quest. Items from all over the world, though, so... I think I'm gonna start with quests in Frontier Village and work my way down. Because Melia and Ricky need levels. Frontier Village actually does have its own separate collectibles page. And it has a lower level that you don't see all too easily. Which I think is where most of the stuff I want is. This is a landmark. That's good. It's actually really easy to do Frontier Village's collectibles page because there's so few of them. Most of them are down here in this little area. Agile Alberto, I think we saw him earlier. For whatever reason, we need those for Colony 6. Oh, it's already done. Strength of 3, very nice. Weapon power, less good, but still useful. Agility of 3, very nice. Half-Bloom Striker for Dunban. Ooh, that's a very nice upgrade. Take those hastes and double attacks back. Haste is a really rare effect, if I didn't mention it. Shortens time between auto attacks, so it's great for Dunban, since he takes a while to charge up his talent art. That's pretty strong. And now for the nighttime ones. It's a face mask for dust. That brings back memories. Cool potatoes from Colony 9. Already got them. 5,000 gold and some reputation. This is that guy that the guy in Satoral mentioned. pair of panther bottoms for that. Those are good. Don't even need to go back to what's his name in Satoru Marsh for that. Probably wouldn't have bought a million pairs of those tree trousers had I known about that. I feel like this guy's is really simple, so I'm gonna pick his up too. Oh yeah, I distinctly remember this one. I don't have the blades for it though. Oh, that's gonna mean that means I gotta go all the way back to the Bionis leg and fight some guys. Do it later. That's something that's just in the village, good. Just pick that up, get some easy money from it. I distinctly remember that one. That one's very important. But it will be done later. No people up top, but that item we needed is up there. Actually, I need to go fight those Mechon, which are kind of around there. Luckily, I think generic shaft is a common drop from them. Since these are Mechon, this is a bad time for Ricky, because he won't be able to hurt them without one auto-enchant, so we'll just backslash him with Shulk, should kill these in one hit by now. Oh, it did with these guys. Melee and Ricky's spells can destroy these guys normally, but it's not necessary. all the way back to Colony 9. Thank goodness for the power of teleportation. If you go back to the Monado lab, you can see Shulket's old sword up on the wall in here. Memory serves, he was right here. Quest done, experience money, good footing. I think that one makes you resist a few different statuses: topple, blow down, bind. Anything that involves falling over, basically. So it's better than most status resist gems, but I still wouldn't equip it over something like agility or haste. I checked the lower level at night. Another entrance to challenge mode that I don't want to bother with. There's somebody in there. And there's somebody right there. Should already have Frontier Village totally mapped out. This area doesn't really have outskirts like Colony 9 does. Oh, this guy has a bunch of them. I feel like this guy's is one I want to just pick up right away, too. Just gotta get some mushrooms for him. And one last basic one. Shiny ball. Don't remember where that is. Right there. that's all the basic ones. I feel like there's one more person to talk to. I want to take everybody up to their highest level. Not going to bother with Shulk, he doesn't learn any arts. Ricky has nothing new. Melia got Summon Aqua. I think Ryan finally got his big one. Yes, he did. Magnum Charge. Sacrifices the entire talent gauge to charge up his next physical attack. This is on the character with Sword Drive, so that'll make it do double damage. Which also means I want to put Berserker on now. .5, 1.8, 2.1, 2.4. Dunban, what did he get? Probably nothing that I want. Heat Haze. Removes aggro. On a tank. No thank you. Didn't really level up many of Ricky's moves. I like Freeze and 8, that's kind of just a simple spammable one. I don't really like Play Dead, reduces aggro to 0. Eh. He can take a lot of hits, so. Top shield off now. I don't use Summon Aqua that much as it gets later into the game. Stacking Berserk and Magnum Charge makes Sword Drive do a crazy amount of damage. I think 33 is a good place to be. So I think this is a good place to call it a night. Next time, I'm going to be running around doing a lot more side quests, probably for a few more days. So I'll do that, and then move on to the next story bit whenever there's time.